Winston is a supposedly haunted doll being sold on eBay. He is described as having an active and intense energy. According to the seller, Winston is the spirit of an 8-year-old boy who died while he and his father were out fox hunting. His father allegedly accidentally shot him. The seller says that when she is with Winston, she oftentimes hears shrills of laughter and that his facial expressions even change. Winston is said to love the wintertime and get annoyed in the summer for the lack of snow. This is when his energy intensifies. The seller of this doll purchased it at a state sale in western Nebraska. The previous owner of the doll was allegedly Wiccan and claimed that this doll was very active. This doll is said to be lonely, angry, and extremely needy for attention. In fact, if you don't play with this doll often enough, strange things will start to happen. The current owner claims that they left the doll inside a box along with 3 glass items. A few days later, upon reopening the box, all the glass items were smashed, as if the box had been thrown to the ground. Days later, the owner claims they got extremely sick for an entire week. After that, the owner came home to find the doll in a completely different room than before. They claim to have no kids, no pets, and no roommates. There also appears to be blood on the doll. The seller wants this doll gone immediately. The seller of this doll claims that she got it at an estate sale in a box full of dolls, not even realizing she was in there. When she discovered her in the box, she claimed she was taken aback. Weeks later, after going out of town for a week and returning, her husband was freaking out, saying, "That thing in your studio." Allegedly, he had been closing all of the windows to turn on the air conditioner and noticed Bloody Mary sitting on the shelf. He turned her around to face the wall so he didn't have to look at her. The next day, he was going around to open the windows and there was the doll, sitting face out, staring at him. The seller is looking for somebody responsible to give her a home. This doll was found in an old dusty trunk in a funeral home in Connecticut from the late 1700s. This doll allegedly shows very odd things in these photographs, including orbs and demonic faces that look as if they're about to embrace the doll. The current owners and sellers of the doll think that the ghost inhabiting it could be that of a child, but others who have seen the doll think it must be demonic. The seller warns anyone who buys this doll of the potential consequences, such as tragic events starting to happen in your life. The sellers of this item claims the doll has an extremely dark energy and is legitimately haunted. They say the spirit in the doll taunted the couple for months. One of the sellers, Melissa, claims that she began having nightmares and that the spirit wanted her to stay asleep. Melissa was allegedly haunted by the spirit for months, continuing to have horrible nightmares about the room spinning and their bodies disintegrating. On another occasion, the couple's dog started barking ferociously while the couple was watching TV. The dog ran out the door outside and began chasing an invisible something. The final straw for the couple was when they both heard a loud crashing noise in the garage, only to discover the doll face down, her chair turned over.